Hi, guys. Let's turn that up. Hey, guys. Yes, better, 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 still better. Is that better? It's kind of frozen. Doesn't seem quite right. Check, check, check. I can live with that. You guys need to let me know if you can hear this. This is Mark Black. This is Mark Teaches Music, the channel. And this is our improv workshop. This is the 6th day of December in 2022. Hard to believe that this year's almost gone. Both a tease. And I tell you what, music is so cool. Music, just as a whole, is just so freaking cool that it really almost doesn't matter if you get good at it. It's just so cool trying. It's just so excellent and so nifty and so powerful, puissant. Uh, just everything cool. Music is just amazing stuff. So anyway, session 13, our 13th session, doing this. So in this improvisation workshop, we're trying to learn to get better at ad libbing and improvising, making stuff up. And I know that you can do it. Almost anybody, nearly anybody. A room of 1,000 people, pretty much everybody could do it. Maybe one person couldn't, or couldn't learn to. That doesn't mean that right now maybe 990 of them would sound stinky poo, but what can they do? What can they do? And so I see this Band-Aid in the middle of my head. I wasn't thinking you wouldn't see it. I don't think I'm gonna explain it. Just leave it there. But listen, this is a day. Yes, this is on. It's on. So somebody send me a thing here and say that you can hear me now. It looks like you can hear me. So if you're interested in lessons, go to www.dallasmusiclessons.com, and there's information about lessons. Sign up, or you can read about lessons. And then if you have questions for me, just send me an email at mark@dallasmusiclessons.com. Questions about anything. And let me say, this particular session, it's a great time to ask questions, because both of our songs are, in one sense, very obvious. Kind of straightforward, hey, do this. And another sense, they're a little, actually, one of them is pretty darn complicated. And another one is it's kind of hidden complicated. And it doesn't seem complicated, but it's always fascinated me that some of the easiest songs in the world are harder to do than you think. And the only reason we can do a lot of the easiest songs in the world, quote unquote, easiest, is because we've done them forever. For example, Happy Birthday. It doesn't start on the first note in the key. It's in this key. It starts on the 5 5 6 5 1 7. Very unusual if you think about it, or somewhat unusual. So anyway, so in our improv workshop, we're not just ad-libbing here. We're going to try to talk about, learn how to get better, not just play and hope it worked out for you. See you later, but rather like give some ideas on things, talk about things that work and don't work. I don't want you to see my mic. That's a secret mic. Let's hide that mic. Okay, so I'll try to add ideas and methods, and we'll learn together. If you got a request of an instrument for me to play, or a style that you like, and I realized that there's not enough rock, and I don't mean like classic rock. Us old folks, classic rock is thebomb.com, but like, I'm going to say, okay, I know this is really old. Okay, if you're 22, this is really old. Drive by Incubus, great song. But I'm saying, like at least move into the 2000s. So so we'll get to that next week, or maybe not next week because of Christmas time. Christmas time is here. Probably get a copyright ding on that. How stupid is that? So anyway. But if you have a request for a style or an instrument, if I could play it, I'll do it. And style, we'll do it. Just drop it in the comments and I'll see what I can do. So again, this is probably a good day for a lot of questions about things. So, and if you like this, even if you don't like it, let's say you hate it, go ahead and subscribe and say you like it, and subscribe and hit notifications and share it anyway, just as a gift of the Magi. You can do the gift of the watcher, and you can just give me all that love. Give me the love, and subscribe to my channel and get other people to do that too. So here's the guidelines. So first off, there's links in the description of this video that we're watching now, a video live stream right there. A link takes you to all the scales that you would use in this song, as well as a chart for each of the songs. And there's 2 songs, and there's your instrument, either a C instrument, a B flat instrument, or an E flat instrument. I doubt if there are any French horns here. Could be, but probably not. Now, if you don't know what your instrument is, I'll be glad to tell you, but you have to send me the question. The question must show up for me to know this big thing. So let's see. I already said the thing about what I just said. So don't just sit there and watch. Jump in and play. And basically, I'll play and you'll play. I'll play and you'll play. And so the idea with that too is that when it's your turn, jump right in. When it's not your turn, shut up. Be quiet. When it's not your turn, listen. And it's not necessarily that you're going to get, wow, that Mark Black is doing it. No, not necessarily that at all. It's just that you're thinking, well, he's playing this. I don't like that. Or he's playing this. Maybe I should play something like that. Or maybe I could adjust it or do something completely different. So the idea is use your time of silence to think of new things. And then when I'm playing and you're listening to that, and then it's your turn, you jump in and play. So, and if you have questions about something, how come it's not working here or whatever, ask that question immediately. Don't wait. Yes, this is the season for giving. This is the season for giving subscriptions to me. And I'll subscribe to you too, probably, if I know who you are. So don't be put off by a style or a song that you don't like or an instrument. I'm playing the ukulele today, okay? Hey, got to keep it fresh. So I'm playing the ukulele. And it's like, don't be like, oh, the ukulele. Just be like, well, I'll show him why my, Gibson Flying V is the way to go. That's fine. So don't be put off by the style, by the instrument I'm playing. Just we'll switch and we'll see. Just by the way, lots of people have made really great careers out of listening to other instruments and a different kind of instrument, what they play, and discovering what that instrument could do well and putting that over in their instrument, and because it's going to sound fresh and unique and new. Let's see. So let's say jump right in and listen to and feel the changes. And if you're watching this after the live stream, there's no interaction possible. So these 2 songs today are somewhat hard. The first one is not that hard, but it's deceptive, and it is Jingle Bells. Yes, the shocker, the rave that took 1880. So anyway, but Jingle Bells, but it's got deceptive little things in there. So if something's too hard, either don't go forward, that is just listen to what you're doing, or you go back to earlier sessions. They're easier as they go back. And then if you can't think of an idea thing to do, sing. And so you sing, and your ear has got your ear is a closer connection to what you'd really like to hear than you're getting through your mechanism, and you sing more closely to what you love, even if you love an instrument. I want to play this on guitar, but you can sing a little idea and then learn it on the guitar, learn it on the sax, learn it on the trumpet. All right, and there's the tracks. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do Jingle Bells, and I'm going to play the ukulele, which is not an instrument I play very often. When we play in a song, now look, if you are, there shouldn't be anybody here doing this, but you are not too many of these bands around anymore, but you're gigging, every day or every week at rehearsal, they flip 3 new songs in front of you. You're a studio musician. You see new music all the time. You read. You always read. You don't have time necessarily. You may not have any option to hear the song. But for most of us, listening to the song seals in the changes. Here's our song. Okay, that's the second part. I'm singing. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. The B part's different. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride with Miss Fanny Bride. Was seated by my side. The horse was leaning lank. Misfortune seemed his plight. We got into a drifted bank and we got upside. Now listen. Besides the age of these lyrics, the second half is not the same as the first half, so it's kind of tricky. Seriously following, but we're going to adlib that. So let's start that over. Let's see how my voice is. Check, checkity, check, 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 check. All right. I was going to bring my 7-string mandolin, electric mandolin, and play death metal, but I decided to just stick with this one. All right, let's see what we got here. I don't need no stinking batteries. Okay, so here we are. Let's see, we're going to switch views because I want all you rabid mandolin players to be able to see. Yeah, it seems like I can make some sort of a joke about me and my mandolin. And so, you know, when we use a fretted or an instrument with a fingerboard, I'd like for you to be able to see it. Only for those instruments that do. This is the same as a guitar, right? This top part, the top these strings are the same as the top 4 strings of a guitar. Not the same notes, but the same tuning. So you can do the same thing. So you could, any of you guys who play guitar could play the mandolin. So a G chord is not a G chord, it's a C chord. But anyway, I'll stop talking about that. So let's see. And we're going to take 6 measures apiece. This is kind of popping along. You have to jump right in. And so we got this. That's a shame. Yeah, there we go. Okay, and let's hear that track. Hold on a second. That's not loud enough. Huh. Still not starting. Okay, well that looks okay. Also looks like I'm in a pit speaking. You got to jump in now. We're going to start over. And I'm going to... All right. We are actually starting now. B part, but it's my turn. Your turn. That's my turn. B section, and I go. Your turn. And it's. I'm gonna stop this right now. I'm going to stop this right now. I just want to say the B section is so weird. Nobody thinks of this. I've never noticed in my life until today charting this out. But it goes, ba, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2. On the goes to the 4 chord on the 4th measure. Da, 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 da. Da, da, da. Da, dee, 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 dee. 1, 2, 2, 3. It goes to the 4 chord on the 3rd measure. There's the 4th measure and the 5th measure. So it changes these chords in very strange places. So it's just a fascinating thing. Okay, we'll start over. I'm first because I win. You know. Okay, and here's the B part, and I'm first. Your turn. There's the 5 chord. Back to the top. Part. Your turn. Yeah. Turn. Back to the B part. Your turn. Back to the top of me first. Your turn. And the B part. Okay, the melody. No, sorry, wrong place. Your turn. 1, 2, 3, go. Here's the top, and I'll play the melody. Try it. It's a lot harder than it seems. Okay, I'm gonna try the melody on the B part. Your turn. Okay, I'm gonna stop and talk about a couple of things. I'm gonna forget what I was gonna say. So one of the things is it takes. I said a lot of in the beginning. I said a lot of these simple songs, right? Jingle Bells. I mean, my gosh. Hey, Jeffrey. A lot of these simple songs, yeah, are simple. Like everybody's singing them, right? It's like for some reason a lot of them are actually kind of complicated. I don't know why, in different areas. And so one, the B part of this song is, I think, very strange. Not that I've been singing it and you've been singing it, before you could remember learning it, So it just sort of as a result, there's thank you, Tom Snow Bunny. Is what I'm saying is we learn things that we don't know we learned, really hard things like how to speak, and we learn that before we know how we learned it. And anyway, so the B part of this is hard. Playing the melody is hard too, and not in everything, but in this song, it's got some complicated or ear twisters. Not that hard, but harder than just what's obvious. Anyway, it helps your ear a lot to figure out melodies. It doesn't help your ear a lot to play the melody, like 6 times through or something, but it helps your ear a lot to figure out the melody. And then again, when you're doing that, you're trying to note, you either will note this tactily, that is, I feel like I should skip a note. I feel like I should skip 2 notes, if I should skip 3 notes. Or you can do that intellectually on the one tongue. So I'm going 5, 5, 3, 2, 1, 5, 5, 5, 3, 2, 1. Yeah, 6. Anyway, it doesn't matter. I'm saying I can do it that way. So figuring those things out is good for you. Again, it's not that you can say, I can tell you how the numbers are done on, Jingle Bells, but rather what is the 6 sound? And 6, 7, 1. I'm just saying we hear those things in our head, and then of course we have to relate them to our instrument. If you play multiple instruments, doing the numbers is almost crucial in the sense that obviously the 6 on a ukulele is not the same as the 6 on flute, and a 6 in the key of A on the flute is not the same as the 6 in the key of A flat on an oboe. So I mean, that's a way to unify your learning and your ear and all those things. So that's a fun little song. It's a fun little song to do, and also pretty super cool the way we did it. I enjoyed it, and I hope I seriously gave everybody time to ad-lib. Now I want to say the reason I did it the way we did is it was an A Oh, let's switch. Sorry, get a better picture here. I guess you like my ukulele. But we had an A and a B section. Okay, each section was 12 measures in the A section, 12 measures in the B section. The 12 measures in the A section is pretty much doubled. That is, it's 6 and 6. Now, the end of the first 6 and the end of the last 6 are different. And the same thing in the B section. It's 6 and 6, pretty much the same. The end of the last 6 and the end of the first 6 are not quite the same, but they're pretty close. And so the reason I did it like that, and I guess I'm just want you to know, it's not like I want to make everybody, including myself, scramble. It's that if we did it A and B, we would perpetually be playing different sections of the song. In other words, I'd play one section with whatever I did, and then you would play the B section with whatever you did. And I would not be ad-libbing over the B part. That would have been a comfortable change. But we did it like that, again, so we would both be seeing the same sets of changes. Basically, the A section, I get half, you get half. Then the B section, you get half, I get half. Pretty much on the same chords. Now, when you're ad-libbing and you're messing around, you need to do this yourself, all because you want to. And so what you do is you got to, look, there's some of you guys are going to be extremely successful just by letting fly, baby. You just go for it. It's just going to be great, But more of you, when you ad-lib, you start off and you kind of orient, what scale am I using? What am I supposed to be doing? Not a 20-minute, but, like 5 minutes of, okay, that's right. This scale works. If you're this far, what's the pentatonic scale? What's the blues scale? What's the blue note? Does this have changing sections like that? So you're kind of scoping it out. And then you would ad-lib some, just kind of making stuff up. And remember, this is what I was going to get to, is that when you get to something that sounded cool, and not my 24 measure solo was cool, rather these 4 notes were really cool, then you would like to stop and perfect that. You play something that was pretty good and you didn't do it quite right, but you had a really great idea. Then when I say stop, I mean you can let the music run, but you're like, I got to figure that out. What was that? That was really cool. And you would like to memorize / assimilate / absorb that cool sound, that cool riff, that cool whatever it was, that cool sound. You want to get it in you and not just, once I remember in December back in 2022, I played a really cool solo. So we don't want to do that. We want to be like, I played something cool. Let me grab that and harvest that. Where did it come from? It came from you, sucker. So you want to keep it. And so I'm just saying your improvisation would be free and doing stuff, and then it would doing fun stuff and cool stuff, and they would also include, wait a minute, let me work on this and make this awesome. And that includes, just by the way, on the working on stuff, when you're doing things, because this song is not, remember I should have said at the beginning, this is a fun song. The next song is cooler, and I mean that as an adjective, not like, hey, I'm cool, you're cool, or this is better. I just mean its aim is to be cool. This song is aimed to be fun. And so we can't do a lot. I did a little bit of, did a little bit of that, and it's kind of like, but we're all in it together. It's not like I'm so cool, you suck. Right here. Jingle, jingle bell, jingle all the way. It wasn't like that. It was like, hey, this cool little blue note. You can do that too. It's fun. I'm saying the feel is like that. So it eliminated some of the things, but your turn or your time to experiment with, let's say, to learn, let's say you don't know the blues scale and whatever. If you're playing a guitar, let's say you just learned the first blues pattern. So your time to, you're not familiar with that. So you can say, hey, for the next 5 minutes, I'm going to use the first blues pattern. That's what I'm going to do. And why are you doing that? Because you're saying, I got to become familiar with this. This has got to become assimilated, a part of me, not something, I read about or I can describe in a paper, formal paper. It's got to be something that flows out of your fingers. So I'm saying in your improvisation time on your own, you have some time where you're working on stuff, trying to get this or that, a cool lick done, and learn a new scale or a scale become more comfortable with it. And then time where you're just kind of making stuff up, and you're repeating. You're sitting in that vat of sounds, similar sounds, and seeing what comes out. And then anytime in any of that you think of something cool or hear something cool, you harvest that. This cool sound came out of me, and I want to use that. Okay, next song is a smooth jazz version of Silent Night. And I'm going to take a second here to grab this. Trying to absorb those changes, and I'll talk about them in a second here. I'm gonna have to go with the C version. If anybody, I know I got one B flat instrument here. I don't know about, and this is an E flat instrument. If I got any C instruments listening, you could holler at me. Kind of trying to go with the flow in terms of, I holler out a chord. Is it any use? Is my chord that I'm hollering out something that makes sense? So let me back this up. Quit being so cool. Stop that with that cool. You're just too cool. Shut up. All right, so that's just too cool. So I'm going to look on the C version here. I'm not using the C version. Again, if you're using the C version, please holler so I'll know, because otherwise I'll abandon you. And I'll go to the obvious B flat player down there, and I can handle the transposition. All right, here I'm going to the B flat version. If you got something else you need to holler quickly, just send me a little thing there. Say I'm a saxophone player. I'm a guitar player. I'm a piano player. This is your chance. Okay, so let's see. B flat. That's me. No, it's not me. Oh, by the way, on these charts, I haven't mastered getting the key signature right on the side. So the C instruments would play this in B flat, and a B flat instrument would play this in the key of C, and an E flat instrument, the alto sax, E flat euphonium, would play this in the key of G. Now listen, it's kind of beyond what we can do in the course of these sessions to explain. I can explain it in passing, en passant, but I cannot build it out to where it's easy to understand. But flowing along, let's look at the again. I'm looking at this B flat version. Why is that not correct? Oh, I see why. Okay, so I'm doing the B flat version. I'm looking my last time to see if any C person just ran in and said, "Help me." They did not. So looking at the B flat version, so it's going along. We've got C and F and E minor. That's all in the key of C, but the A7 is not. So right there we have 2/5. That is, for the moment, the song rolls over in the key of D. You're not going to be able to handle this. It's too many changes. Then we got an A flat 7, obviously in another key. Can't be in the key of C. There's no A flat in the key of C. Then we got the G sus and the G7. Well, and that is back in the key of C. Then we got a G minor and a C9, which is the 2 and the 5 of the key of F. If you have this printed out, you would put a bracket around. I probably want to circle. Let me. Can I share this document? Wouldn't that be nice? I think that's like beyond our capability. I don't think that's legal in the state of Texas. I'm pretty sure that's just not going to work. La da 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 la 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 la. Okay, just real quick. Now this is going to work if you're not in the key of C. It's not going to work if you're in the key of E flat. It's only going to work if you're in the key of your B flat instrument. But for example, if I were playing this and did not have a chance to assimilate all this, I would write the note C sharp, right here. Just use the C scale, but put in a C sharp. And right here, I'd write F as for this whole block, G minor, C9, and F. And because that is the key right there. And then, let's see. And then right here, I'm back in the key of C. There's my C sharp again. I'd write the C sharp again. And then let's see, I'm going to have to move my document. Yes, it is so beautiful. Ah, there it is. Yeah. So now we got the last part. And then there's the C sharp again. And then right here, I would arpeggiate this chord. If I didn't know what to do, I go play the notes at A flat 7. And then here we are. This is C. This little part right here is not C because it's got a G sharp. But it's really shortly passing. And it's only, you know, the 6 right notes and 1 wrong note. Don't play it. And then, and this part right here is definitely out of key. You can take it as C minor with the notes of the E flat scale. So that's about all I can share. Like I said, it's beyond what we can do in talking about ad-libbing because it'll be talking. So we're not going to do that. We're going to ad-lib. So here it on this. Now this time we'll have longer to ad-lib. I'm not quite sure how long. We'll see. So I'm going to start. I'm just checking the levels. I'm starting. I think I got a good level. Y'all can holler if it's not a good level. Okay, now this time I want you to take this opening measures. Okay, it's in the key of C for B flat instrument, B flat for C instrument. Not my fault. I'm gonna come in here. I'll keep going. And you got the top again in the key of C, B flat for a C instrument guitar. Now I'm going to take that 4 chord. Okay, stop. Now I have to say, I didn't mean to get carried away on this song. I just love this version. I mean, I did this version, but it modeled on somebody else's version. And I didn't mean to get carried away. And I believe I've just super overdone it in the sense of really, really hard to follow. So I'm not stopping. We're going to keep going. But I just want to say, I think so I'm going to next week, we're going to do a smooth jazz song that is one, not both, but one that's a lot simpler. So smooth jazz is not all these, not by itself, all these color chords stuck in, although that is a large part of it or good part of it. But anyway, I think I did this too much. I didn't mean to, but I did, I believe. So anyway, so let's go back at the top, and I'll let you start in the key of C. Okay, here's my turn, and I want to remind you that, remember, there's only 12 sounds. 7 of them are right, 5 of them are wrong. And so if you hit the wrong note, the right note, or a note that will work, is only a half step away. And you immediately just shift to that note. You play a note and it's wrong, go up a half step or down a half step. One of the two. It will be one of the right notes. I promise you. Experiment with it, including in your ad-libbing time, and you'll discover that it's a great thing to know. It's a great thing. So watch. Keep going. Okay, I'm going to sing just to prove this is Silent Night. Silent night, holy night, all is calm, all is bright, round yon virgin mother and child. Yes, he's the holy infant, so tender, and he's mild. Oh, sleep in heavenly peace. Sleep in heavenly peace. And your turn, go. Going to the key of F for B-flat instruments. But the notes of C will still work. Coming back to the key of C. Okay, so what a cool song, right? Or just the arrangement. The song itself, of course, is wonderful and amazing, but the arrangement, chords and stuff, music is great, awesome stuff. So I believe I messed up, that I made this too hard, and I shouldn't have done it that way. So I'm sorry. And if you had trouble with that, which I think almost everybody listening to this would have had trouble with this, that's my bad, because I just think I got carried away with it. So anyway, so don't feel bad, seriously, about your, if you had a problem, if you didn't have any problem, great. Actually, you ought to tell me. I didn't have any problem. That was nothing. Seriously, you should tell me in the comments. But if you did, I don't think it's your fault at all. That, you know, it's really funny because instead of I was thinking about doing the Christmas song, um, chestnuts roasting, and it's pretty much a jazz tune. And so I was like, oh, I'm not going to do that because that's got too many changes. And I think what I ended up with this is as many or more chord changes, key changes, than the song I was rejecting because I kind of got carried away on the cool sounds. So anyway, that is my bad. So we'll do something that's cool like this, but not as challenging by changing the multiple keys. So this song is, I just want to say when I say this kind of stuff, so this song is ostensibly, for a C instrument, this song is ostensibly in the key of B flat. But just looking at it right from the top, actually, let's just see. I think I have a copy of this sitting here that I can just put up. Yes. I have this copy of this just sitting here that I can put up. And we've already got it. We're already playing it. And this is the B flat version for B flat instruments. And I just want to say, so here it is, the key of C, and here it goes to the key of D right there. Then it goes to A flat or D flat 7, however you want to look at it. Then it going back to the key of C, but I won't let it go back to the key of C because here I'm stating, no, it's going to, this part is in F. So see, we've gone we've gone 8 measures, and we've gone through 1, 2, 3, back 4, 5 keys in 8 measures. So that's pretty challenging. So anyway, don't be discouraged if that was hard. It is a cool sound, and that's what I'm saying is that we can do, and we did some, but we'll do a song that's really this smooth jazz feel, funky, aggressive, but smooth. We'll do one with just tremendously fewer changes. So I'm sorry, that's my bad. So this is Mark befuddles his students. No, this is the channel Mark teaches music. This is the Improv Workshop. And I'm Mark Black, and so we're every Tuesday night at 7:45 Central Standard Time. And let's see, if you want information about, remember, subscribe, hit like. Like I said, I don't care if you like it or not. Just go ahead and hit like. Go ahead, subscribe. Go ahead and forward this comment. Write your senators, congressmen, say, hey, I want this guy to be made a part of the national fixture, like an appointment, and if you want more information about lessons, go to www.dallasmusiclessons.com, and if you got any questions, email me, mark@dallasmusiclessons.com, and as always, seriously, oh my gosh, you can't see my face. I got to get my face back in here. Sorry, I got to at least put my face back on. There it is, face. Thank you. So as always, until I see you again, I want you to have fun and be awesome. And I know you can do it.